Flosstube. Actually, let's adjust this a little bit. It's better. Oh, it is prior to work on Thursday, May the 11th. And odd numbered days mean only one thing in May. New starts. I'll show you how far I got on the Halloween Quaker yesterday. That fabric is gorgeous. So, finished off that motif. I stayed up and made myself finish it because I didn't want to try to remember what thread I was using when I decided to pull it back out again. But that's Classic Colorworks English Ivy. And this is the Prim Halloween fabric from Nina's Hand-Dyed Threads on Etsy. And I linked that in my last video, but you know what, I'll go ahead and link it again. And this is a wooden piece from Pork Chop Show on Etsy that I bought and made. Actually, I made a whole bunch of these and gave them away. I think this is the only one I have left now. I've gotten rid of all of them. But I'll link that below as well. Okay, today I get to start Native American Tapestry, which is the one that I looked for and was nicely gifted to me by another wonderful stitcher. Thank you again. So I'm going to be starting this. The fabric that I had originally pulled to start it on was this vintage pair Lakeside Linens. I mentioned in my last video that Heather, the Springfield Stitcher, had sent me a care package, and in said care package was the perfect piece of fabric. It's perfect. Like, I feel like it was made for me to stitch this piece on because I really love how it looks here. So check that out. Here's the piece of fabric she sent me. It's perfect. Perfect. And it's a 28 count, which I don't stitch on a lot, but honestly, it's going to make this tiny little piece a decent size, and I'll just stitch 3/2 because, well, I use 3 threads when I work on 28 count just because I'm a coverage snob. Like, I use 2 strands on 36. This, 2/2 on 36, just because I like really good coverage. But this is going to be done in DMC, so I'm not even worried about that. How beautiful that is. Plus, there's enough here. I'm going to have to do the calculations, but I mean, I guarantee that this, I shouldn't really show you that, that this will fit on half of this, I think. I'm super excited. And then that'll give me some to use on something else. Like, one of the awesome charts that she sent me, like, hold up. She sent me these 2 Not Forgotten Farms, both of which would look really good on here. And they're smaller, so that would be fantastic if I could use part for this piece that I'm dying to start, and then part for one of the ones that she sent me. And I told her one of the things that this really makes me happy about is that I'm outside of DMC stash. I will be completely stitching on this, the chart and the fabric, on things that were gifted to me by other stitchers. I love you guys. So that just, it's gonna bring me lots of joy. Lots of joy. So I don't know why I'm folding that back up. I have to measure it and get started. Coffee. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get to work. I just wanna at least get it figured out and get a stitch in. I will update you guys more later. I'm a little concerned. I know I told you guys about my coworker that retired because her cancer came back. She's an older lady. She's spunky. I love her. I love her. And she's been going through all of this treatment. They've been treating the tumor that showed up in her brain and the other tumors that she had more that places that came back in her lungs. And then yesterday we get a text that says that she's in the hospital and gave the room number and that we could come visit her if we wanted. I wasn't able to make it because I didn't have my car. But I guess she's not doing very well. So I just got off the phone with one of my other coworkers, and I think we're going to try to go this afternoon to go see her and see what's going on. It'll be a while before I put this video up, but hopefully she'll be okay, and you guys will be able to keep her in your thoughts. I'd appreciate that. She means a lot to me. So I'm gonna get started on Native American tapestry. Buster's gonna supervise. That's where he is a lot of the time. Either right there or on the arm of the couch. And he's my buddy. Aren't you, sir? I wish you guys could pet him right now, post-bath. He's so soft. And Buster has always had really coarse hair. But, oh my gosh. And I'm sure he's okay with it because I'm just constantly petting him, which Buster loves. He's such a sweet boy. Okay, let's get started and then let's go to work. And I'll fill you guys in a little bit later. Bye. Hey guys, it is May the 11th. Home from work. Jim and I have done some shopping. And now this is a typical night for us. I'm on the couch trying to get caught up on YouTube comments because I try to respond to everybody. And sometimes I let it go too long and it's an evening of responding to comments. And Jim is
looking at porn online.
He's not looking at porn online.
It's weird donkey stuff too.
It's not weird donkey
Midgets
stuff.
and fire trucks. It's crazy. We're into that.
He's on his bank account. And he's been picking out stickers on Listia and doing stuff on eBay and PayPal.
Did you show him the stickers you got?
Not the new ones. Here, hold this.
This is how Daddy takes care of Mama. Right here.
Nerd.
I've got her.
Ah, it's heavy. Yeah, thank you.
I keep her in stickers.
Yeah, since I showed it to them, I think I added the owl. This cool, like, Day of the Dead girl in the headdress. This Greek thing. And I love that revolver. That revolver is awesome. My, okay, put it down. The revolver reminds me of my dad because he gave me a revolver and
so last Saturday I went out yard sailing and I was out looking around and I came across...
He just took over my story. It's cool. It's fine.
And I just came across an old antique cap gun. Shaped like a revolver, and they only wanted $2 for it.
It's really cool.
And so I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll pay $2 for that, no problem. Okay. Yeah, she's not usually that pale.
I'm pretty pale.
And so I bought it, and I brought it home, and I said, check out this little old cap gun. I said, it's got to be worth more than $2. She said, yeah. And I said, I'm going to put it on eBay and see how much money I can get it for. And she said, no, that's staying right here. And it's sitting on the table right there, a little toy cap gun. And it's like laughing in my face every time I walk by it, like, I'm worth money, but you'll never get it because...
Your wife loves it.
Yeah, it's here now.
It's really cool. It's like this old antique metal toy gun.
Yeah, what'd they call it? It wasn't a cap gun. It was a pop gun or bang gun or something like that.
Clicker gun.
Clicker. That's what it was. Clicker.
Yeah, because it clicks.
Click gun.
It's got like a spring and stuff in it. It's pretty cool. But I mean, my dad had me shooting guns when I was big enough to hold one, honestly. He used to win bets with me with his friends out in the backyard, like property line ribbons on trees. He taught me how to shoot those off, and he would like bet his friends that I couldn't, and I could. Uh, we had some fun times hustling his friends for money.
Yeah, firearms and gambling. She was inundated with it very early.
But I mean, those are really good memories with my dad, like shooting guns in the backyard. I would go fishing with him.
So, speaking of your dad, I went to Trade Day. Trade Day is a Somerville tradition. Somerville, obviously,
where I'm from,
where
that
she
area.
grew up. And Somerville, the Trade Day was your dad's every Tuesday and Saturday morning.
The morning he died, that's actually where he was headed.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Getting ready to go to Trade Day.
Yep. So I had that day off from work, and it's like a Tuesday, and I mean, who opens a flea market on a Tuesday, right? Oh well, Somervillians do. So,
Tuesday mornings.
So I drove up there, and I walked through it, and it was hilarious. It was like, here's an antique vase. You don't want that? How about some live chickens? It's right next to it. So some guns, some old tools, a sheep, whatever you need, we've got it. And it was so funny. And at one point, I was just laughing so hard from the people that were there.
Or they're like maybe a whole case of this off-brand shampoo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I texted her. I was like, "These are your people," and it was so funny. It was like you get like these 80-year-old people that were walking around, and everyone knows everyone there, so they just stop right in the middle of the lane where everyone's walking, and they're just talking about, "Oh, did you hear Barbara's back in the hospital? Oh, Murray's gonna come down with his 2 boys and cut my grass next week.
My dad.
So and so, went into the hospital."
Should I tell my dad's Trade Day John Wayne story?
I don't know that one. Oh, the go-kart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. Depends on how much time you want to spend on that. I've already taken a lot of time up with.
It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. They'll like the story. Should you tell it or should I tell it?
You tell it, because I don't really know how it goes. I just love the ending of it. It would help if you had the picture.
But the picture's at work. Yeah. I keep it framed on my desk.
Maybe you can get a picture of it later and work it into the...
Yeah. So I'll insert the picture here. That picture, that smiling photo of my father, framed on my desk, is his mugshot. It's one and only time that he was ever arrested, well into his 60s. He got arrested because he got into it with a guy at Trade Day.
Just giggling, just laughing away at it.
It's funny now, and we used to give him a really hard time about it. Basically, he bought a go-kart from this guy at Trade Day, and it ended up, it didn't work or something was wrong with it. Anyway, Dad had bought it for the grandkids, so we went back and confronted this guy about it, and things went south and words were said, and my dad was always packing, always. He had a license to carry. He didn't go anywhere without his gun. What? It's like I'm not filming over here.
Sorry.
So, anyway, the guy was like, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go to my 60-something-year-old dad?" And my dad was like, "I really don't think you want to do that," and gestured towards his gun.
He pulled a piece on him.
My dad said he didn't pull it. He said he didn't pull his gun on the guy. He showed it to him.
It wasn't like, "Hey, look at my gun." It was, "Hey, I'm going to shoot you with this gun." That's pulling a gun.
No, because the charge is pointing a gun at another. That's what he got charged with. I feel like I need to do the gun hand signal.
I'm sure that's how he was doing it too.
Yeah, that's the charge. So anyway, he walked away and left. My dad is driving home, and police cars circle his truck and pull him over, and they put my poor 60-something-year-old father on the sidewalk and handcuff him, and he gets arrested. Mm-hmm. So I'm in South Georgia because I was doing probation work at the time, like dropping a kid off somewhere. And I get a phone call, and they're like, okay, number one, Dad is okay, but he's in jail.
So at 60-something years old, her dad was more badass than I was when I was in my 20s.
Oh my gosh.
That's the moral of the story, I would say.
I love that story. I love the story of
the
time my
best.
dad... Because my mom worked at the courthouse for years. She did jail visits for the attorneys she worked for. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And like, I think he went to school with the guy who was doing his mugshot picture.
This is hilarious. He looks like he just won a pie in that picture. He's just so happy to be there.
So my sister bought my dad like a John Wayne t-shirt after that. I mean, it was a running joke in the family for a long time. The charge ended up getting dismissed. But yeah, we never let him live that one down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was great. The time my dad got arrested. Okay. Yeah, I didn't position that one very well.
We could cut it.
Yeah, I was thinking about cutting it. Okay, well, we're going to quit rambling and telling stories about my dad for now. If we think of any more good ones, though, we'll be back. You turned around. Do you have something else to say?
There was the really funny story with when my dad first met him.
Oh, I don't know if that's Flosstube appropriate.
That's another time.
I don't know that that's appropriate. I'll tell you about the time he pulled a gun on somebody.
You have to know my dad, too, because the two of them getting together, you've got one very country father and one very city
yuppie
father. Yes, yuppie city father. So it was pretty entertaining.
The yuppies and the hillbillies got together for the first time. It was kind of hilarious.
Actually, when we tell that story, I'll send you the picture of your dad and my dad on the boat that I took. That's a good picture of the two of them.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the first time I brought you home to meet my family?
I had a mohawk.
Yeah, I was about to say, tell them what you looked like.
Yeah, I had a mohawk and was I wearing my hoodie? A black hoodie?
Your thing 1 and thing 2 hoodie.
Yeah.
And all your tattoos and your mohawk and your checkerboard Vans.
Yeah, and my wallet chain, and I think your sister-in-law?
My sister-in-law told me later that she had to excuse herself and go play with the kids downstairs because she, like, the entire time at lunch, she was like, she couldn't quit staring at him.
Yeah, and somehow they brought me back.
I thought he was sexy.
I think you were the only one. Then your mom threatened to kill me one day.
She threatened to kill you?
Yeah.
When did I miss that?
And we were eating something and something about a knife. I don't remember. And I'm like, I think your mom just said she was going to stab me.
She probably did.
Yeah.
She probably meant it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad pulls guns on people. My mom stabs.
My very violent family. Anyway, you probably want to end that.
We're just rambling.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys later. Hey, it is still the 11th. Jim just left. His brother basically lives across the street, so he ran over there to run some stuff over there. His parents are coming to town this weekend, so we're putting together a basket for Mother's Day for his mom, so we had picked up some stuff. And anyway, I spent most of my evening responding to comments. So from before work this morning and tonight, that's as far as I got on Native American tapestry, which, you know, for me, it's not a ton. It's a decent amount, though. I'm happy with it. And so that you know, hold on. Finagle this. That is the chart. So I'm starting from the upper left. That's how far I got. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. So that's how far I got. And we have this new gigantic Kroger, which is a grocery store. I don't know if Kroger's are all over the world. I don't know. So we have this gigantic Kroger that put it in our town, and they have a really nice wine section. So we go to Kroger to buy wine for Mother's Day for the basket for his mom. And we decide that we want potato salad. That's what I want for dinner. I want some potato salad. So we go to the deli, and the woman's like, well, this is our best potato salad, but it's like $7 a pound. But I made some yesterday that's marked down to like $1.99 a pound. I mean, it's fine. It's just from yesterday. It's over there in the other the other section. So, you know, go check that out. So we're like, $1.99 a pound. Yeah, that's what we want. It's packaged like in 3-pound tubs. We bought 3 pounds of potato salad. We almost ate 3 pounds of potato salad. I never want to see potato salad again. It's not our healthiest dinner experience. And then we had bought cookie cake yesterday because they had all of them out for Mother's Day, and we bought a small one, and we finished that off after the potato salad. So tomorrow we eat just salad for dinner. That's the plan. So dinner with Emily and Jim. 3 pounds of potato salad. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. What are we starting tomorrow? No, we're not starting anything tomorrow. We're continuing work on Native American tapestry. That's what we're doing. Right. See you guys tomorrow. We're hunting. We're hunting moths. What's out there, Buster? That tail swish. Get it, Buster. This could go on for hours. Aw, love on the camera. Night, guys. Yawn. Morning, guys. It's May 13th. It's morning. You can see my coffee there on my messy coffee table. And Buster coming over because I'm filming and he likes to be in the spotlight. Where's my chart? This is how far I got on Native American tapestry. The chart. See, I just got a little bit of work done there in the upper left-hand corner. Didn't have a lot of time the past couple of days between work and Jim's parents came into town yesterday. So I spent some time with them. But that's how far I got on this. I'm noting for myself, Emily, you changed this color to this color just because of the color of your fabric so that it would pop just a little bit more. You did this, Emily. Don't forget you did this. I should probably write that down. Okay, so I'm going to pop this out of the Q-snap. And it's the 13th, so that means I'm moving over to the 1 star leftover from last year I haven't worked on yet. And that's Book of Spells. I am about halfway-ish done with this. Let's spread this out so you guys can see it. This is actually, I think, the piece of linen that made me fall in love with Wexford linen from Silkweaver. I found this piece on eBay, and it was already cut to the size. In fact, I really need to search that. But I found this on eBay already cut to the size and this color, and I was like, well, that's kind of perfect. I'm going to get it. And this is Golden Honey is the name of the color. Thus began my love affair. So I'm going to get started back on this today. Just going to get to work for just a little bit. And then I have to go meet a friend. We're visiting a coworker at the hospital this morning. The one that I had mentioned previously. She's not doing very well, so to drive down there and see her. And then I'm going to Dina North's house. Dina from Making Life Count. And there's a group of us coming to stitch together. So I told them I'd be a little late because of I do it by the hospital. And I hear Jim coming down, and I'm going to turn this off just in case he's in his underwear. Hey, it is May 15th, and it has been a whirlwind. So, I can't remember if the last time I filmed was Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I think it was Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure right before this, I was like, here comes Jimmy, might not have on pants. Let me quit filming. He did have on pants. He was fully dressed, so that would have been completely appropriate. Saturday, what did I do? Oh, I went and saw my friend in the hospital. So I was glad that I got to go and see her and spend a little time. Keep her in your thoughts or prayers or whatever you do. And then I went to a stitching meetup at Making Life Count or Dina North's house, and there was a large number of people there, and it was a lot of fun. I have notes. Hold on. Oh, gracious. Okay, so as you guys saw, this is why when I'm doing Mania, I should vlog every day, because things get complicated. Before I left to do anything, I had started back on Book of Spells, which is the piece that I started on the 13th, which I think was Friday the 13th last year. This is how far I got on it. I really need to serge these edges. Look at all those nasty hanging threads. I don't have a serger. I don't have a sewing machine, and I'm too lazy to hand stitch it. So I just pray, cross my fingers, and hope that nothing gets too frazzled. Pretty much anything from here over, like these words over, I did in 2 days. So, Buster, why are you yelling in my video? You don't know? What? Well, sit there and think about what you've done. Okay. So that was the result of stitching at Dina's house from I think I didn't get there till about 1 to 5 on Saturday, and then very little on Sunday because it was Mother's Day, and I stitched just a tiny bit, and then I went up to my mom's house and I didn't come home until it was dark. So, and then I stitched just a tiny bit and went to bed. Because I had early, crazy work day today, and I'm home now, and I'm in my comfy clothes, and I've already been stitching again. So, today is behind me, and I'm a much happier person. So this is going back in the whip basket, which is now a thing that I have at the end of my couch. I may keep all of my whips in there right next to my couch. It doesn't look that junky. We'll see. Here's an appropriate time for me to insert I'm thinking I'm gonna dye my hair tonight. See, like from here up. Yeah, Emily doesn't enjoy being a blonde or a light brown. So I think I need to take care of that. The next time you see me, this will probably be darker. So Dina's. I went to Dina's, and hold on, I'll tell you who all was there. I met a fantastic woman named Carrie who sat next to me. Carrie lives 10 minutes from me. I had no idea. Hi Carrie, I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but it was really great meeting you. Like, it was so nice to, like, I love meeting people that are that close. It's great. Carrie brought cupcakes. She was like kind of the rock star that came because she brought like gourmet cupcakes. Let's see, Lorraine came. Oh my gosh, she was the sweetest, nicest lady ever. And neither one of these ladies, as far as I know, have channels, but I think she was from maybe 30 minutes south of me. So sweet. Janet came. You guys would know her from Instagram. I've stitched with Janet a couple of times before. She is from north of me, and she is aneedleintime on Instagram. Janet, I love you. You were just the nicest lady ever. Look at what Janet did. In my last video, I was talking about going to the dentist with Jim. I think it was the last video. And that the only thing about the So Much to Love bags that I was buying, because I'm not spending $50 on the big ones, is that it's great for storage, but like traveling places, my Q-snap won't fit in there. Oh wait. I love you, Janet. You were just the nicest ever. So now I need to get a sewing machine and learn how to sew, because this is beautiful. And I need to make Janet something because she keeps making me stuff, and this is beautiful. I love it. And she didn't know that green was my favorite color, which it is. Green is so my favorite color. Thank you, Janet. And I put a piece in here that I'm starting for Mania that reminded me of her. Like this, of all the things that I'm starting, this is the one that is the most something that she would do. So the Janet kind of esque piece is going in my Janet bag. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Who else was there? Stephanie, who has stitched with us before, she lives out on the other side of Atlanta near Organic Granny. Brought her adorable children. Love Stephanie. Yvonne was there, the Night Owl Stitcher. I get to sit next to her and hang out with her. Now that was cool. Like, I walked in and saw her and I was like, I know you. And that, I guess, because Dina, whose house we were at, said that when she first saw me, that it was like, it was weird to see somebody that you know. And I've had that experience before, like when I met Kelly the Evergreen Needle, or when I met Stitching May for the first time. It's a weird feeling, like I know this person, but I've never met this person in person. So anyway, that was cool. Hey Yvonne, it was nice to meet you. Let's see, and then Melissa came. She was super nice. Melissa, I don't think you do videos either, but it was really nice, even if I didn't talk to you as much, listening to you and Diana, who was there, go back and forth, because you're both very intelligent women, and that was fun. And Diana needs to start doing videos. She is a pretty, I think she's a presence on Instagram. I think so. She goes by It Is Kismet Stitches on Instagram. And I'll try to link Instagram people below and YouTubers on here as well. So all these people, if I know of accounts they have, I'll put it below. And if any of you that were there have accounts, feel free to mention it and I'll put you in the description box. I'll edit it in. So that happened, and we had a blast. I always enjoy stitching with these ladies, regardless where we are. It's always fun, and you're united by this common hobby. But we end up talking about the most random things. It's fun. What's next? As I was stitching on Book of Spells last night, I was watching some Flosstube when I got home, just kind of decompressing from my weekend, because the stitching thing and going to the hospital, and Jim's parents were in town, so we were running around trying to spend time with them. So we had dinner with them Friday night and Saturday night. I actually didn't get to see them at all yesterday because I was so busy. And then Mother's Day, my mom loved her gift, by the way. She loved the fabric. She loved the So Much to Love bag I gave her. And, oh, I'll insert a picture from the stitching get-together here. That's kind of out of order, but that's the way my brain is after this weekend. Speaking of other things to insert pictures of, my husband, Jimmy Flosstube, one day last week, my mom also collects teapots and cups and saucers. It's one of the things that she likes, that she started collecting. So he found one and was like, I think she'll really like this, and sent me a picture, and he got it for her. So I added it to her Mother's Day stuff. Well, she loved that, and the cool thing was the teapot matched a cup and saucer. I mean, I'm saying it matches. One had a gold embellishment, the other one didn't have. But it was so neat. I'll insert that picture here. So that's Jim's find that he found for my mom. I thought it was a really, really pretty teapot. So I came home and I'm stitching, and I'm trying to unwind with Flosstube and just find my center again, because I knew I had this horrible day at work today that was just gonna stress me the heck out. Like, you know those days where you're like, I could call in sick. I could call in sick and I could not go. But then you're like, you've got to go. No one else is going to do this work for you if you don't go. You have to go. So I went. Am I ADD? What is going on? Last night, watching Flosstube, getting ready for today, there is a Flosstuber who I have been watching for a while, and she posted a new video. I love when she posts new videos. I love it. I get so excited. And she just celebrated, or is celebrating, her 1 year Flosstube anniversary. But she's only put out like 6 videos. You have to go watch her if you haven't watched her. And the reason I watched her last night is she is one of those people who not only makes me smile and laugh, but she's so very soothing and calming. Like, I just want to go drink tea and stitch with her. Or coffee, speaking of which. Yeah, it's after work and I'm having coffee. Because I think hanging out with her would just be so much fun. I don't know. So everybody, go watch Christy with a K. That's her screen name. Not just Christy, but Christy with a K. Go forth. You're welcome. Here are some of the reasons why you should, other than she's such a calming, lovely person. If you go back in her videos, she's finished a Haid that's just amazing. It's the one with like the chessboard and the hands, and it kind of, if it's not MC Escher, it's very MC Escher-esque. I don't remember who the artist was. And she's just, she started another Haid that she's working on now, which if I wasn't already like wanting to be soul sisters with her, I would watch just for this. She started The Favorite. The little girl with the monster and they've got the matching bows. Yes, she's doing that. She also has been working on the Prairie Schooler alphabet, but she's, instead of doing them all in one big piece, she's doing them like as a triptych with 3 separate pieces with them in sections so that she can frame them like more economically. Let's see. Those are the big things. Go watch. You won't be sorry. You'll love her. Today, I have started, let's see if you guys can guess, because I feel like it's obvious what I'm working on. No? No one knows? I started this. So I am up here at the top. Just working on this. I'm hoping that a little of this light part will shine through the trees. We'll see. I really like this fabric. I think it's going to be pretty. But as far as tonight, it might just be a clump of black. And that's okay, because I'll get there eventually. I'm using the threads that came with this, which is just like a big clump of threads that, like, this is kind of a mess. I'm using these threads. Trisha from 3L Threads had told me that she's using them on hers, and they're not great, but she's using them. She doesn't like them. If I had my choice, I would be using Anchor Black, but I don't mind these. They're not terrible. They're not as silky as DMC, and they might be a little rougher than Anchor, but maybe not as fluffy as Anchor. But I don't mind them. Like, I'll finish this piece in these. I feel like the coverage is good. And I think I'll have enough, because the way this is charted, this comes with a 14 count, and it's charted for you to stitch it 3 strands on the 14 count. So, yeah, buddy. Can I finish? No? Okay. So I'm stitching this on a 32 with 2 strands, and I feel like the coverage is pretty good. It's good enough for me. Call that good enough. Yeah, buddy. Do you need up here? So I think that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna work on that some more tonight, and then I am going to work on it tomorrow, and then I'll have another new start. Did you just need some attention? Oh, buddy. I have a couple of charts that I've gotten that I want to show you guys. I have these 3 that I got, and I completely have forgotten who I saw stitching this, and it's been some time ago, but they've been on my wish list. And then I saw them go on sale on 123 Stitch, and I got all of them but one. There's 4 in the series. And I ended up, I'll get that one later. But these are from Filigram. I've never bought or stitched anything from them before. Buster's still in my lap. He's just... That's where he goes. I've never stitched anything by them before, but whoever it was, and I'm sorry I don't remember, that was stitching one of these, it's another one of those where the picture does nothing to tell you how great it is when it's done. So these, it's the Seasonal Mountain series. Like here is Spring Mountain. And then here is the same mountain depicted in the summer. And these are all done with Gentle Arts. another reason I was kind of excited about it. It's not like a lot of colors. Like this one is 9 colors. And there's a DMC conversion if you're into that. Here's the Autumn Mountain. So I just have to get the winter one, which you can imagine it's just kind of a very white mountain. But the stitch count on these are 94 by 126, which is a small piece for me. And I think I want to stitch them like winter, spring, summer, and fall, all in a line. I love them. I think they're really cool. Here is the other chart that I bought. I bought this one because there's Jim. He's coming in. Hey, honey.
You filming?
Yeah, I'm finishing, but you can come up. No one cares. I bought this chart because this is by the Drawn Thread, and I really wanted a piece by them to do. There's a lot of specialty stitches in this that I wanted to try, and I just wanted to do one of their charts. This one is called The Riddle, and then on the second page here, there's actually a portion of this Gaius's Riddle where the saying comes from. It says it's from Pilgrim's Progress Part 2, Section 7, John Bunyan. It's not something that I'm familiar with, but I really love the saying in this. It says, "A man there was, though some did count him mad, the more he cast away, the more he had. He that bestows his goods upon the poor shall have as much again and 10 times more." I think it's a really cool chart. The Riddle by the Drawn Thread. Kind of get close up so you guys can see it. I'm very much, being in social work, it's what this says is something that, you know, I believe in. You reap what you sow. You get what you put out into the world. I'm not a religious person. I've said that before. But, you know, there are a lot of those religious ideals that I definitely believe in. Like, you reap what you sow, and what you put out into the world you get back. I think it's the rule of 3 is like a Wiccan philosophy. And, yeah, you put good out, it comes back to you times 3. You put bad out, it could come back to you times 3. But just believe in being a good person. So does Buster. Don't you, buddy? You believe in being a good cat? So there's that. I'm going to stop here, and I have laundry that I need to fold, and more laundry that needs to go into the dryer. And Buster needs to get pet. And then I need to stitch. I need to stitch some. What do you think, buddy? Oh my gosh, you're so soft. You're so soft. He's an old man. He has to go to the vet on Saturday. Him and Dharma. Try to vlog that. That'll be fun. Alright guys, see you later. Hey guys, it is May 17th, my 17th day of mania. I think I completely forgot to show you what I was working on yesterday as far as I got on it, but I will have inserted a picture before this. So what you just saw was how far I got on Hansel and Gretel by Bothy Threads. I was doing it on Wexford linen. I hope I filmed some of that. Oh well, such is mania. Now I'm working on Swan Garden on Picture This Plus Dusk, which this color is somewhat accurate the way it's showing up. It definitely is more teal green in person. It's a really odd shade, but it's gorgeous. But this is Swan Garden. You can tell I'm working on right here in the middle, this wing right here. Loving it. This is one that I'm starting during Mania with Karen Macon. Karen doesn't do Flosstube videos, although you should, Karen. But she is a Georgia stitcher. I've met her, and she's in Stitch Maynia and all the groups and whatnot, and she's such a nice lady. So working on this. This needle minder is from Delicious Threads. I have linked that Facebook group before, but we'll do so again. This is one of my favorites, and this is actually the first piece that I've ever used it on. So beautiful. Love it. So my floss tube this evening is our lovely Nell. Little Yellow House Crafts. She's 14 minutes in, and we're just still doing like life updates and stuff like that. That is so cool, Nell. I love ya. Love ya. But she says she's going to do a tour de whips and go through all of her whips, which I'm kind of excited about seeing. So back to this. Started this evening. Probably not going to get that much more done. I worked late today. I colored my hair, which I'm looking kind of rough, so I'll maybe show you that tomorrow. And Jim made dinner, and I was kind of lazy and didn't get started on this until late. So there's that. And you can see where I've been eating Rolos. There's Buster snoozing on the other end of the couch. Rolo wrappers. Thread strewn about. Highlighter. Oh, hopefully that didn't make you dizzy. Alright, I'm back to stitching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Good morning! What's today's date? Is it the 20th?
19th?
No, it's the 20th.
Is it?
So there's a Dharma in my lap, which you probably, there she is. We're coming back from the vet. So she's unhappy, but happier. And there's a Buster back there in the back seat. How'd it go, Jim?
Well, I don't know if you've ever been woken up with a giant piece of plastic being shoved up your butt, but that's pretty much what happened to these guys.
Yeah, but they don't like going. Dharma's really anxious and nervous anyway, so leaving her element, it's not a good day. But they both need to lose weight. They take after their parents. They enjoy eating.
I don't think it was that bad.
No.
Buster has definitely been worse.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
So they're not too bad.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. They don't need to get heavier, is what he said. If they lost a little, it wouldn't hurt anything.
He's worried about her heart rate.
Yeah, but I think it's just because she's so scared.
Yeah, I don't think that was a thing.
He said that she could have I know it as an innocent heart murmur. What did he call it? I don't remember. Functional.
Yeah.
Functional heart murmur, potentially. Because I guess a cat's heart rate is supposed to be...
Something tropathy.
I guess a cat's heart rate is supposed to be 180 or under, and hers was well over 200, he said, and he could hear rubbing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it might just be because she was freaking out.
More than likely.
There goes a tiny penis.
Speaking of things getting rammed up your butt, that guy.
So anyway, my plan is to get home with these guys and kind of maybe do some minor housework and stitch all day and just kind of be there because they're going to feel crappy from their vaccines and the fact that I drugged them out into the world and things were rammed up their butts.
You know, they were very, very cranky this morning when we put them in their cages. They were just yelling and fidgety, and now they're just like,
just get me home.
Yep.
Just take me home.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll check back in later. I'll show you some stitching once we get home. Fixing my hair as I hit record. I should probably do that after. We're back from the vet. We've had breakfast. Buster's chilling, watching birds. Dharma is needing lots of attention and love and lying on the floor. You may actually hear her meow. I don't know if I showed you guys where I colored my hair. So it's much darker. Much more me. Like lots of people go darker in the winter. I like to go darker in the summer. I don't know why. It just feels me. Oh, it's the weekend. Thank goodness. I'm probably going to do some editing today and put all this together, and we'll see if there's enough to do the second installment of Stitch Mania vlog for this month. So this may be the last entry. We'll see. Caffeination. I figured if the cats weren't getting breakfast this morning, neither was I, so I waited until I got home. The last thing that you guys saw is, I believe, where I started Swan Garden. And where I have it in this wonderful container, fabric project bag. So, it's Kathy Barrick's Swan Garden. Someone commented on my Instagram earlier and they were like, I saw this in your video. Moochie Noochies, or I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Like, if I saw your face, I would remember you forever, but I wouldn't remember your name. That's just how I am. And she was like, I saw this in your video and it went immediately on my wish list. And I was like, yeah, to me, it says something when it's a chart that I'm not changing. Like that's, it's notable that this is a fat quarter and I'm doing this on half of it. It's a smaller piece, which I need more of. So I'll fold this over. I just haven't cut it yet. If I don't have to cut stuff, I like to wait until I can go up to my mom's so that I can serge the edge when I cut it. So I don't need the other half of this fabric right now. They can just stay together. So that's where I got kind of a weird deformed looking bird. It kind of has the look right now of, gosh, a plague doctor. There's another name that's eluding me. Like back during the Black Plague, doctors, and I've read robbers, would wear these like beak-like masks stuffed full of like herbs and oils and stuff to keep them from getting contaminated with the plague as they went in and treated people. If you've never seen it, like, I really want a plague doctor piece, like art piece or cross stitch piece to put on my walls. I just have never gotten one, but I'll try to find a picture or drawing and insert it here. Just so you know what I'm talking about. But to me, it kind of has that look to it at the moment. It'll change as I get more stitches in, but again, this is a somewhat accurate representation of this fabric. This is Picture This Plus Dusk. It looks dark gray when you go to order it, but it's got it like a blue-green feel to it. So that's how far I am on that. It's getting put away till I'm able to get back to it whenever that is. You guys get to be here while I fold it up and put it away because I'm incredibly trying to stay organized. To me, that is the trick to having lots of whips, is organization. So this, back in its project bag, and it's going over here, where it can be put back in my whip bin. Now that I'm getting lots of project bags, I want to figure out a way to label them somehow so that I know what's in them. And I know that like Trisha 3L Thread solution was that you can see through her project bags, which is great. And I'm gonna buy one of yours eventually, Trisha. You gotta make some more. You gotta make me something dark. Something Emily-esque. But yeah, like maybe some kind of like name badge or something. I want to say Michelle at the Striped Rose like started but maybe never finished putting like name badges on hers. Yeah. Next up, I added a start that I'll get to it. Okay, so Gecko Rouge put out a mystery Sal that screamed Emily. I'll insert a picture of the teaser border here. It has like, to me, like when you release a border or a teaser, it's like when you get a wedding invitation. It sets the tone for the piece. So you're like, okay, well this is really fancy, or this is really creepy, or this is goofy. So I have an idea what the piece is going to be like. So I thought, this is going to be a creepy gothic piece. This is going to be freaking awesome. It wasn't. I should have waited. I don't do mystery Sals generally because I just don't, because I'm never happy with it. I mean, I change things that I know what they look like. I'm probably not going to be happy with a mystery Sal. But it was like this goofy cartoon fox, which I guess is one of their designers' things, which that's cool if you're into that, but I'm not. I mean, this is my style. It's not cartoon foxes. So I won't be doing that. But then they released afterwards this gothic piece that used the same border. It was a big mess. But this is what it looks like, which I like all of except for one square. I don't like that square. I think Death looks kind of goofy and cartoony. So I'm going to have to do something with that. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. I've got to do something to him. Is he wearing a cross? Yeah, Death is wearing a cross. There are lots of crosses on this. They're everywhere. I'm just noticing this. Anyway, I won't go into detail, but I just ended up really frustrated with this entire thing and probably won't be purchasing anything else from this company. They're not really for me. But I started this very tiny start. You can see that's the corner. I'm doing it obviously in my own colors. That's DMC 3021. And this is Picture This Plus Haunted. I had a piece of it in 36 count because this is a huge piece. It's big. That had a weird splotch in the middle that I wasn't going to use for like some things. I don't know. There's a lot of emotions about this piece at the moment, so it's gonna go away for a while. So it started, it is a whip, but I'm gonna put it where I can't see it. And that's just how that's gonna go. It is what it is. Not real happy about that. My start from yesterday was another new start. I love this piece, guys. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this piece, the quality of this chart, how easy it is to read. just how nice the chart itself is. It's lovely. And this is definitely one of those charts where it's bigger than you think it would be just glancing at it. But it's a doable size. Like, it's not an overwhelming size. The stitch count is 207 by 177. That's a good size piece to me. It's not huge, like a lot of mine. It's easily finishable, but it's substantial. This is Antique Animal Sampler. Oh, wow. Oh, I just noticed a typo as I'm praising. Let me cover up the chart. Antique Animal Sampler. And on the front it's Sampler. That's funny. I didn't even notice that before. But this is the chart. I love it. I love this chart. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I am pulling from stash of hand dyes and doing this on a solo die of Silkweaver Wexford. It's charted for DMC or Weeks Dye Works colors. I didn't have all the Weeks Dye Works colors. Plus, honestly, I've discovered that I really enjoy Gast and Classic Colorworks better than Weeks Dye Works. The more that I stitch with them, I just do. And maybe it's just my laziness and they're already pre-cut for me. Could be a large part of it. So I'm just pulling from stash and doing this. And this is where I am so far. It's beautiful. The colors that I'm doing are similar but different. This is Gast. The letters are going to be in Gast Brethren Blue. It's just a gorgeous shade of kind of turquoisey blue, but more blue, but it's got that hint to it. This is Gast Blue Spruce, which honestly is so similar to, I think I haven't matched it up to see, but it's so similar to like DMC 500 that I probably wouldn't buy Blue Spruce in the future because it's not really, doesn't really have variegation to it. I would just use DMC, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. This green is Gast Chives, which has some brown to it in places. And then my black that I'm going to use is what I've discovered may be my favorite gray-black hand-dyed floss. It's Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. I freaking love it. Let me see if I've got it right here. What did I do with it? This is called A Little Game of Emily's Not Prepared. Where did I put it? Where you at, Black Coffee? There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Of course it looks solid black when I show it, but if you go and look, you can see some gray in those middle threads there. But if you look at my Coffee Quaker, I did my writing in the bird and Coffee Quaker and Black Coffee. Like, I bought it because I thought, oh, that'll be fun. It's coffee. It's named after coffee. It's even if it's solid black, I'll know, and that'll be fun. No, it has, for a black thread, I think it has really good variegation, or at least the one that I got. I don't have a ton left, so I'm thinking about buying several of these to keep on hand because I just like how it looks so much instead of black in some of my pieces. So, knocking it out of the park on that one, Classic Colorworks. You go, guys. Put that back there. So yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of how large this piece is going to be. I'm doing the owl and the black coffee. I think he's going to look really cool. And then there's a moon right here that you can't see on the chart. Like, it doesn't even show up because they've done it in like white. on this light fabric. So I'm going to do it in kind of a glowing, warm yellow, marigold kind of color. Make it pop. Loving it. So since we're back from the vet, Buster is over there chilling, looking at birds. I don't see Dharma. Oh, there you are. Hey, Pumpkin. Are you okay? Yeah? Yeah. Dharma has so much anxiety. She's so much like me. I say like my cats genetically got something from me. But she freaks out. She doesn't like to leave her house. She doesn't like to be around people that she doesn't know. She doesn't like people she doesn't know in her space. Just gets her all worked up. So we're just going to chill the rest of the day. And I'm going to maybe clean the floors. And we're going to stitch. We're going to cuddle. And it's just going to be a mom and Dharma kind of day. Buster's fine. Buster's not going to be happy because the vet couldn't get a fecal sample, so I'm going to have to follow him around and grab one of those later. He's going to be like, why are you so interested in my poop? Go away. This is my private time. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to edit all of this together. This will probably get uploaded this weekend. You guys, I hope if you're still doing Mania like me, I hope that you are enjoying it and you're having a wonderful time. If you've stopped your Mania, I hope you're able to kind of relax and get back into your groove of regular stitching. If you didn't do Mania at all, I hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm so behind on videos, but I love it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. I'm just watching Mania videos, and I've said before, one of my favorite things about Mania is there's so many new stitchers that I'm just happening upon. This girl is that I'm going to mention now is not doing Mania. Oh my God. Somebody else mentioned her and I kept going, I need to watch her video. She sounds cool. She sounds really cool. So I finally went to go watch her video. Go check out Ampu Stitcher. AMPU space Stitcher. I'll link her down below. In fact, I'm trying to get better about this. I'm writing down stuff that I need to link. Stitcher. Not only does she have some freaking amazing projects, girl, and I commented this on your video, your Witch in the Owl piece that you finished and framed, I'm going to need to know where you got that chart for starters. And if it's out of print, damn it. But I'm on a new mission. I have to find that. So freaking cool. In fact, once I finish filming, I'm probably going to go on the internet and search for that. But she does all of these cool projects, number one. I think she has a good eye for color, number two. She has the cutest dog in the world, number three. Sawyer. Cutie. She's a Southern girl. She's from Texas. She has an accent which melts my heart, and like she's funny. I forget who, but somebody was like, why, I think there was a post on Stitch Maynia and it was like, why are some floss tubers more popular than other floss tubers? Like, how does that work? And then, like, the consensus was basically, it's about personality and connecting with people in their videos. Like, if you've got great projects, that's fantastic. And a lot of people will watch just for projects. But a lot of us are drawn to people because we like them. We like them. They're fun. They have, you know, their videos are interesting. We're soothed by their voice. We think they're funny. There's somebody, we watch and we're like, I would be friends with you in real life. I would be friends with her in real life. Like, a lot of the people that I shout out, that's how I feel. Because there's personality, there's something special about their videos, there's something special about them. And everyone is special in some unique way. But to be able to put yourself out there and have that come out in your video is a unique quality, I think. And for those of you who may be like, well, I wonder why my videos aren't as popular, that may be it. And it doesn't mean that you're not good or your videos aren't good or your projects aren't good. I think it's just, I think people are drawn to the personality and vulnerability. And it's just being brave enough to put yourself out there in that way, I think. I don't know. Y'all might all disagree with me, but that's just my 2 cents this morning. But Ampy Stitcher, go check her out. She's a hoot. Fantastic projects. Go do it. I think that's it. Dharma, you got anything to add, sweetheart? Yeah, she's good. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Talk to you later. Happy stitching.